Honda makes some of the most reliable engines on the planet. Civics hitting 300,000 miles, Accords running for decades. But here's the truth most owners don't realize. A handful of small mistakes can quietly destroy that legendary reliability, and most Honda drivers make at least 3 of them without even knowing it. I am Adam, and before your wallet takes the hit, let's fix them. Mistake 1, skipping proper oil changes. All right, let's start with the most common one. And I know you've heard it 1,000 times, but people still mess this up. A lot of Honda owners stretch their oil changes way past 7,500 miles. Here's what actually happens inside that engine when you do that. Dirty oil turns into sludge, and that sludge works its way into the tight tolerances of Honda's high-revving engines, especially that 1.5 turbo you'll find in the Civic and the CR-V. Bearings start to wear, and by the time you hit 100,000 miles, you're not talking about an oil change anymore. You're talking about engine failure. Use Honda Spec 0W20 synthetic. Change it on time. And if you're doing it yourself, double check that oil filter gasket. A double gasket situation is one of the most common DIY mistakes out there, and it will blow a seal before you even notice. Mistake 2, ignoring the timing belt or chain. Now here's something a lot of newer Honda owners don't realize. Older Hondas, we're talking pre-2000s, Accords, Preludes, some others, they run on a timing belt. Modern ones mostly use a chain. And both of these have very different failure modes that will absolutely wreck your engine if you ignore them. On the belt side, if you haven't replaced it by 90,000 to 105,000 miles, it can snap without warning. And because Honda builds interference engines, when that belt goes, the pistons and valves collide. That's not a repair, that's an engine replacement. On the chain side, the problem is usually low oil pressure causing the chain to stretch over time. You'll start seeing a P0016 code. Your VTEC might start acting up. If you're in a cold weather state, pay extra attention to your tensioner every winter. Chains don't announce themselves before they fail. So once you've made sure the engine's internal timing is safe and everything is spinning exactly when it should, there's another system in your Honda that's working just as hard every single time you drive. And unlike a timing belt or chain, this one doesn't usually fail in one sudden moment. It slowly wears down until one day your car starts slipping, jerking, or refusing to shift. Mistake 3, neglecting transmission fluid. Honda automatics and CVTs need that fluid swapped out every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. Skip it long enough and you're looking at slippage, overheating, and eventually a full transmission rebuild that can run you $4,000 or more. And this is really important. Don't just grab any ATF off the shelf. Generic universal fluids can gum up your solenoids and cause shuddering in the torque converter. Use genuine Honda ATF. It's not even that expensive, and it's the difference between a transmission that lasts and one that doesn't. CVT owners especially don't skip the cooling system check either. Heat is the #1 killer of CVT belts. Don't find that out the hard way. Hey, real quick, if this video is saving you money already, subscribe and hit that like button right now. All right, back to it. Mistake 4, overlooking brake maintenance. Brakes are one of those things people tend to ignore until something squeals at them. But it's not always about the pads wearing down. Sometimes the caliper is the problem. Stuck calipers create uneven braking pressure. That extra heat warps your rotors. And if you just slap new pads on without servicing the caliper, those brand new rotors are warped again inside of 10,000 miles. That's money straight out the window. Every time you do a pad swap, service the calipers. Clean the slide pins, lubricate them properly. And Accord owners, check those compliance bushings around 50,000 miles. Cracks in those bushings amplify vibration in a way that makes the whole car feel like it's falling apart, even when it isn't. Mistake 5, battery and electrical blunders. This one is a lot more common than people think, and the damage happens in seconds. When you're doing a DIY battery swap, always disconnect the negative terminal first. Skip that step on an Accord or a CR-V, and you can short circuit the ECU. That's a module replacement, not a battery replacement. Parasitic drain is another one. Faulty door actuators, glitchy infotainment systems. These things quietly pull current even when the car is off. In warmer climates, batteries already degrade faster because of the heat. Add a parasitic drain on top of that, and you're replacing batteries every 18 months wondering what's going wrong. Test your alternator once a year, and do not ignore dashboard warning lights. They're not suggestions. Mistake 6, fuel and additive abuse. You want to know one of the quietest ways to slowly destroy a VTEC engine? Just run cheap fuel in it consistently. VTEC engines are designed around specific octane ratings. Running low octane gas causes engine knock, and over time, that knock erodes pistons. It doesn't feel dramatic. There's no big warning. It just quietly shortens the life of your engine by thousands of miles. And those fuel system cleaners you see at the parts store? Be careful. Some of those additives do more harm than good, especially in diesel variants. Stick to what Honda recommends in your owner's manual. If it's not in there, you probably don't need it. Mistake 7, bad transmission driving habits. This one is about how you actually drive the car, not just how you maintain it. Revving your engine in neutral and then dropping it into gear. Aggressive downshifts. That kind of driving puts serious stress on CVT belts and the drums inside 10-speed automatics. Towing without a transmission cooler is another one people overlook until the damage is done. Heat is once again the villain here. CVTs are efficient, but they're not indestructible. If you're running one hard without managing heat, the fluid breaks down fast and the belt pays for it. One more thing, when you park in gear, not neutral. It reduces stress on the solenoids over time. Small habit, real impact. Mistake 8, cooling system neglect. The cooling system is one of those things that works silently in the background until it doesn't. When was the last time you actually thought about your coolant? Most people never do, and that's exactly the problem. Low coolant leads to thermostat failure. From there, you're looking at head gasket damage, warped cylinder heads, and repair bills that can push past $1,000 fast. Flush your coolant every 60,000 miles. Degraded coolant turns acidic and corrodes your radiator from the inside. If you live somewhere with high humidity or a lot of heat, check your coolant hoses monthly. Cracks form quietly and you won't notice until you're parked on the side of the road watching the temperature gauge climb. Mistake 9, tire and suspension sins. I cannot tell you how many Honda owners skip tire rotations and then act confused when their tires wear unevenly. Civics run relatively soft alloys, and the tires wear faster than people expect. Rotate every 5,000 miles. Keep your pressure in check. Underinflated tires don't just wear out faster, they drop your fuel economy too. Potholes are another thing. One bad hit without a recent alignment can start stressing bushings in ways that compound over time. CRV owners especially. If you're loading up the car regularly and you're in a state that uses road salt, get under that car and look at your trailing arms. Rust plus load stress is not a good combination. Mistake 10, rust and underbody neglect. This one matters a lot more depending on where you live. 2007 to 2011 CRVs have a well-documented frame rust issue. Poor drainage design meant water would pool and just sit there. If you own one of these and you haven't had it looked at recently, do it soon. Salt roads accelerate rust at a rate that surprises most people. Undercoat annually if you're in a winter climate. Wash the undercarriage regularly. And on the paint side, Civics chip relatively easily.
A weekly wash and a quarterly wax goes a long way toward keeping surface rust from turning into something worse. Mistake 11, overloading and aggressive driving. Your Honda has a gross vehicle weight rating for a reason. Pushing past that limit consistently puts strain on the CVT, the brakes, and the suspension all at once. HRV and Pilot owners, this applies directly to you. And Jackrabbit starts, that aggressive launch from every stoplight, that wears your clutch down faster than anything else. Smooth acceleration isn't just better for the drivetrain, it's better for fuel economy too. One more thing, roof racks. If you've got one bolted on and it's empty, take it off. Empty roof racks create drag and drop your MPG by up to 20%. That adds up over a year of driving. Mistake 12, die disasters and blind dealer trust.
The last mistake is actually two sides of the same problem. On the DIY side, cheap aftermarket parts are a trap, VTEC solenoids especially. A $5 solenoid from a generic brand will fail, and when it does, it takes other things with it. Use OEM parts when it matters. On the dealer side, don't just trust that everything is being checked. The lifetime fluid myth is still being pushed at some service centers. Lifetime does not mean forever. It means until the transmission fails, which conveniently happens right after the warranty expires. Use a maintenance tracking app. Verify what's actually being serviced. And if a forum full of high mileage Honda owners is telling you to do something your dealer says you don't need, do a little research before you dismiss it. So there you have it, 12 mistakes that are quietly taking years off Honda's most reliable cars. Which one of these mistakes have you actually made or seen someone else make? Drop it in the comments. And if you want to keep your Honda running longer and avoid the repair bills that come with ignoring this stuff, hit subscribe. We cover this kind of practical ownership content regularly. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.